All right, Realness Challenge, day 7. So the thing that's on my mind today probably spawns from the fact that, it's Monday and I'm rejuvenated, I'm remotivated, I'm re-inspired. I stuck to it through last week, but man, by the end of the week, Saturday was the last day of any physical activity. Sunday is my complete day off. I do 5 days of running, 5 days of working out. There's a little bit of overlap, so that makes that 6 days total of activity. Sunday, complete day off. And I was grumpy, and I don't even know why. But I checked in on that yesterday as part of my Realness Challenge. And then today, literally the exact opposite. Today is the beginning of the week, full of hope, full of excitement, full of the desire and the ambition to crush blank, right? And so I'm reminded today that one of the things I don't like to put out there or admit is that desire and ambition and just all I feel around that stuff. And it comes back to, I think, judgment, what others might think, being willing to step further forward into what it is I just want to do with my life. Sitting on the treadmill, walking out a mile to kind of get warmed up and then program my workout. Spent 30 minutes on the row machine, and while I'm doing those things, I'm listening to videos on YouTube and whatnot, and just kind of getting my mind right for the morning. And I was listening to Rich Roll, an interview with Rich Roll, who's an ultra runner, who started really late in life and now lives a life just of endurance events and trying to inspire people around nutrition and fitness and perspectives. And he's very much like Goggins in terms of his love for pain, and that stuff's really been touching me lately. And that's, I was thinking back on my own kind of just journey, and there was a point in a previous marriage where I wasn't happy, and there was maybe a handful of people that for a few hours of the day saw the real me, which was someone that was funny, inappropriate, ambitious, right? And then the rest of my life, from work to relationships to even intimacy at that particular time, was all around living what I thought people wanted me to be or should be, looking at other people as better than, so trying to live up to them. And the end of that relationship gave birth to an opportunity that I feel like I seized and have been continuing to seize every year since. And that was the opportunity. I didn't like where I was at, but I didn't know how to break out of it. I didn't have the courage to break out of it. Someone else broke out of it for me, and that set me on my course towards just deciding that, I'm going to be all me around everybody, and I want to make my life as much as I can about just being genuine and who I am. And it's been like years that I've been slowly trying to chip away at that and continue to drive towards that. And I'm now at a point where I realize like 90% of who I am is who I really am. And now there's just one area where I'm not, and that's my work. That's my career, where I earn my money. And I've known this for a few years. I've just not been willing to tackle it, because what I want to do is merge that final piece of, I think I had last night's dinner stuck in my tooth. It just popped loose. Technically, I didn't break my fast. That doesn't count. Anyway. And so I guess what I'm getting at is that it's just really weighing on me that there's just like, I'm getting so much reward out of my life from being authentic and continuing to drive forward. And really, what I want to do is figure out how I can keep my current lifestyle and continue to keep the financial securities and the mechanisms in place for my children and my wife, but not do what I'm currently doing, which is just so the opposite in so many ways of who I'm trying to be in every other aspect of my life. And I'm grateful that I work from home. I'm grateful that I can manage my schedule, that as long as I'm reaching the goals that the company has for me, they don't bother me, and I keep on trucking forward. But now there's a few hours a day where it's the opposite of how it started out a few years ago. There's a few hours a day where all of the majority of the human interaction I have to be somebody different than who I really am. And I do try to bring myself into my work. But to the point of starting out with the interview I was watching, this guy, Rich Roll, said, if you're doing something and you can't answer why you're doing it, you're not interconnected, right? And he went and he expounded on that a little bit more. And there's a desire, there's still 42 years old, there's still a little 8-year-old dreaming of things he wants to do. And this isn't a sad post. I'm gonna get there. I just haven't figured out the angle, I haven't figured out the tool. And then all of that insecurity and that fear and that recognition of being off still from where I want to be in a fairly large portion, that's the vulnerability that I don't want to admit to people, right? I want people to think, I got a great job, I got a happy life, I'm goal-oriented and I'm moving towards my goals. But while I'm achieving today, I'm already focused on tomorrow. And I'm very insecure and very uncertain how I'm gonna get where I absolutely have to end up. I have to end up closer to the me and breaking the stereotypes of what's expected in society or all those pieces. So that's my realness for today. I ran a little long, I apologize for that. There's probably like one person watching this anyway, so it's all good. I hope you all have a great Monday, and I will catch you later.